Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
everybody.
Hello.
Hi, I see Leanne was first.
Hello,
Hi,
hello, hello.
Leanne.
Caroline.
So I'm gonna
Leanne.
let notifications go out for a minute before I introduce everybody, which y'all know them. They're your favorite resellers, guys. Y'all know them. Y'all know them for
Aw.
sure. Hey, Nathan. Nice
Hi,
to see you.
Nathan.
I missed you Sunday, or was it Monday? Probably both days. I don't know. Nathan is so awesome. He's so supportive. I love
Aw.
that.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll just start and tell you everyone what this show is because it's really kind of different but cool. We're not selling anything, so don't get excited. I am good, Nathan. Thank you. Don't get excited. We're not selling. So this show is going to be Ask Your Favorite Reseller. So I hope you guys got some questions for us. And Helen's tearing up the joint already, dropping everything.
Hi, Larry. Hi, Joyce.
Hey, Larry. Hey, Joyce.
Hi, Larry.
Well,
Joyce.
I know you guys have some questions ready for us. I know y'all do. Y'all saw my preview, so I know y'all ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what people ask. And then I thought of some questions too, just in case nobody showed up. I was like, let me get some questions. Let me get some questions. But I am not sure if many of you are familiar with Johnny. Johnny is the Cajun reseller.
Yep.
The Cajun Roots reseller. You need to watch him.
Cajun Roots reseller with a K. Yep.
I forgot the root. So, Johnny, why don't you tell everybody about yourself and your channel so they can get to know you a little better in case they're not familiar?
Okay, well, first, my name is Johnny. I'm also known as the Cajun Roots reseller. I'm originally born and raised south of New Orleans. Yes, I am a Bayou boy, so we called. And I moved here to Massachusetts. It'll be 3 years this June of me having to move here up north into the snow capital of the world, so to say. But I'm enjoying it. I love the 4 seasons up here, and I've been doing reselling, and it's been 2.5 years. And I've only been doing YouTube. It'll be 2.5 years. Actually, it's gonna be 3 years for eBay and 2.5 years for YouTube. And then I also have a Cajun Roots cooking show where I do different different dishes.
Oh, cool.
And if somebody ever asks for a specific dish, I will. Now, if I don't know how to do it, I will look it up and do it in a video. And then I also have the Cajun Roots where I do the pre-recorded videos, and I do my morning shows every morning where we promote channels. Everyone is welcome to come on in and promote your channel. We ask questions. If somebody has any questions about reselling, eBay, YouTube, or any one of the websites, if I don't have an answer for it, or basically anybody in the chat. We basically just give everybody their answers, and then everybody else basically can pick from what they want to use for them. Because we always say that everybody has their own way of doing things. It's what you do from each person that you will put into your own business, which makes it better for you.
Hi, Carol.
Absolutely. And Johnny is so smart. He is awesome. I'm gonna your head to get bigger. Awesome, because he helps us little guys out there, right? So he helps us promote our channels. He's an angel coming on tonight, almost past his bedtime. So I feel him, I owe you one for sure for coming on, but it's all about help. He's all about helping everyone else.
He answers questions. I learned a lot of my shipping from watching his shows, morning shows. Because when I started, I had no idea what I'm doing. I'm still learning, but
right. But one of the things too is I do is after I end my shows in the morning, I open the panel for anyone who wants to come on, and I will show them step by step on anything they need help with, no matter who it is and what they need help with. I will start sharing my screen because I do use 2 monitors, and I will share step by step when somebody has a question about something.
Oh, that's cool.
I do it because when I first started, I didn't have that avenue. I didn't have anybody that was doing this on their channels. And so I do this out of the kindness of my heart because I want others to succeed. Because I look at it this way: if I can help a person a day achieve something they're looking for to get answers for, and I can help them with that, I've accomplished for that day.
I mean, that's awesome. You sure help more than one person a day. I guarantee that. It's more like 50 a day. For sure.
I'm not counting, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Helen, who are you?
who am I? Why am I here? What's it all about?
Because you were like, okay.
We're all going to get into deep thought here. Well, I'm Helen, New England thrifter. I do a Wednesday morning, the Vintage Golden Girls, and it's a group of us that just chat, we sell, we have fun, we go off the rails a little bit sometimes, but
a little bit.
But I've been trying to keep it.
It's fun.
Yeah, and actually Jane is out. She's going to have surgery next week, so if everyone could just say a little prayer for her, that would be great. Yeah, and then I do a Monday mystery box, Mystery Mondays, which we resellers or whoever wants to come on opens a mystery box, and we sell a mystery box. And this Friday I'm going to start a Friday night crafting, live crafting, and it's just going to be an hour. We're just going to get together. It's 5:00 Eastern time, and Dolores is going to be on.
Oh, I love her.
And I'm going to have different people every week, and we're just going to, and I figured if someone wants, like, I have a ton of vintage lace and stuff, so I might sell that, or, like just a box of it. But it depends. But it's just to, just a little crafting time, because Johnny taught me to block off times. And I haven't had much time for crafting, but I'm like, if I do it live, I can accomplish two things at once.
That's true. That's a good idea.
Yeah, so I think that's it.
Alrighty, I am posting channel links in the chat as we speak. I have put Johnny's link in, I have put Helen's link in, and Kathy is going to tell us about herself, Miss Picasso Cat, and I am going to grab your link for you.
Thank you, Jen. Okay, I'm Kathy, Picasso Cat. I think everybody knows me in the chat, or most people. I think Carol is new to me. I do live sales on Thursdays at 4:30 Eastern time. And I just started doing a sale, not sale. Yeah, it's a sale in a chat on Sunday nights at, oh gosh, what time? I get these times all mixed up. It is at 10 o'clock Eastern time with Kathy from the Kitschy Cat. And we're the Chatty Cathys. And we were doing it later. We just moved it up to 10. We think that works better. And we do chatting and a little sale, just a little bit of sale. So that's fun. And then I often join Helen with her Mystery Mondays. And we do that our Wednesday once a month. Is it Wednesday?
Oh, yeah, we do the craft off.
We do the craft off
once a month.
So I do that. And what else? I guess basically that's it. I do my yard sales with my husband. We go Fridays and Saturdays, and I pick up a lot of awesome stuff.
Find the best things.
Yeah,
you do, I know.
And I haven't been going to the thrift stores too much lately. It's mostly yard sales. So
because you're in a nice yard sale area.
So just an FYI, if you are in the chat and you are lurking, you have to be subscribed for, I believe I have it set up for 1 minute before you can chat. So if you have a question for any of these awesome resellers, please be sure to subscribe so that way you're able to type in the chat. And if you find out I'm not your cup of tea, because it happens rarely, because I am hilarious. Please unsubscribe afterwards. I no feelings hurt at all, but if you are wanting to participate and ask questions, you will need to subscribe first in order to do that. And that's just to keep you guys and us safe. So that controls the bots, it controls all the other folks we don't want up in here. So just letting you know, we are hoping to go. Oh, thanks, Steph. We are hoping to go maybe an hour. Some of us, we have bedtimes.
So, dinner time. I haven't had dinner yet.
Or we just had a sale and we just popped over here to this one like Miss Kathy. So hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
So you guys go ahead and start typing in the chat. Start asking some questions for us. I will get us started, though, with our first question. So that way it gives everyone time to start typing because we get to know you guys better. And I know you guys want to get us better because whenever we are doing a live show, we are so focused on selling that item that we're too busy showing you, telling you everything about it, that we don't really get to connect with you much. So I thought this was a great way to get to connect with everyone. Yep. You know, it's all about relationships, right? Selling, marketing, it's all about the relationship.
Collaborating and networking.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. So I will go ahead and ask the
Thank you,
first
Cheryl.
question. Oh, hey. I will go ahead and ask the first question, and we will start with Johnny. How did you get started reselling?
Well, I had 2 businesses in New Orleans, and my husband decides to ask me one day if we were to move, if I was to get another job location, would you be okay with moving to Massachusetts? I said, huh? And so we started talking about it, and I said, well, what in the hell I'm going to do? I'm so used to being my own boss, working for myself. I had a cleaning company. I still have the quilting company. I said, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be in an area where I don't know anybody. Well, he said, well, why don't you watch some of these videos with me and you'll get to see what I'm talking about. And sure enough, it had a lot of reseller videos out there. I said, I didn't even know this existed. And so as I was purging the house to move, now mind you, I'm moving 2 houses into one.
Yeah.
So I was purging everything that we either did not touch. If it was brand new and didn't use it, it was going in a box marked eBay inventory basement. And so when I decided that's what I was going to do when I moved here, I got into it a month after we moved here, and I moved everything and put everything in its place. I basically started very basic, trying to get things I had to list. I listed that first. I took the money and put it back in the business to buy more inventory.
Oh,
And
sorry.
I did have, before that, I used to
Burp
buy
in my window.
storage auctions. And I had some crates full of Barbie dolls. Well, I got to my limit for eBay, and I heard some of the other channels saying, well, if you call them, email them, or reach out to them, they could increase your limits. Well, I did. And next thing you know, they doubled instead of just doubling it, they gave me over another 1,000 to list. Because I explained to them what I had, why I was wanting to get more listings, and they did. And I started listing those and got them out the way. And that was my incentive to do more as I went on. And like I tell everybody, when you first start with what you have in your house.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That way you don't have to worry about inventory. You already have it.
Mhm.
You're not using it. And all my stuff is new or sealed.
Yeah.
And so that's why I started with it. And from there, it's been eBay, Mercari, Etsy, Amazon, and I also have 2 antique booths.
So do you find that you do better on one platform or over the other?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And that's eBay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's more eyes, right?
Right.
I mean, I still come across people that have no clue that YouTube has live sales. They just think it's for watching funny videos. You know what I mean? So, hi, Julia. So I still come across that. Kathy, how did you get started?
How did I get started? Well, my husband and I, when we first got back together this second time around, we started going yard sales because he loves yard sales. He's always he redid his whole house in Minnesota just from either dumpster diving or buying cheap at yard sales. And he had a shack that he made a beautiful, gorgeous home that he made a wonderful profit on. But anyway, so that's the thing. He just loves, yard selling. So I started going with him and just picking up things, here and there, things for myself. Yeah. And then one of his friends was telling us, he came over and he said that his girlfriend makes a living selling things on eBay. And she had been doing it for many, many years. And she sells like clothes and jewelry, shoes, purses, things like that, vintage items.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, really? She's making a living? I was already working, but I thought, that's awesome. I said, you mean I can do something that I love and make money also? Because we loved, going to yard sales and stuff. So I started on eBay and with clothes, clothes that I was buying, some of my own items, my own clothes, old clothes and stuff, and selling them that way, selling those things. And I mean, when you have your first sale, it's like, oh my God, it's just the most amazing feeling when you have your first sale on eBay. And then you're hooked. You're absolutely
I just made that same comment in the chat, but someone was just saying that they're looking forward to getting set up and starting their ducks in a row. I said, you will do fine after that first sale. You'll get hooked.
Yeah. And what I was told, because I started looking up YouTube to see how to do it, because I was scared. I was nervous as heck.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about shipping, any of that stuff. But I just looked at a lot of different YouTube videos to learn how to do it. And I made sure I had all my supplies and everything. I ordered the supplies from the post office where you can get free boxes.
Yep.
And my poly bags and all those things. And somebody was saying, and I don't know if this is true or not, Johnny, you could say, they said that sometimes you have to lose money first in the beginning because you need to get feedback in eBay.
Yeah.
So start 99-cent auctions.
Yeah.
And see what happens. Unfortunately, I sold a lot of things for 99 cents.
Well, another tip I give people too, because I did this, is go on and buy things for 99 cents or cheap.
Oh yeah, that's
when
true
you're
too.
buying it, when you are a buyer, and especially if it's like supplies or something from eBay, you get an immediate feedback.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
that's
the lower your feedback, and I tell this to all the new ones that are starting out, don't be discouraged when your feedbacks are not high, because then if you sending an offer to somebody, I don't know why they do this. I'm not afraid to give an offer to somebody who has under 10 feedbacks, because we all started at that zero.
That's right. Yeah.
And so it's mainly some people who are starting out that don't have a lot of feedback. So for you to build that up, just buy a few things here and there, 99 cents, $1, $2, under $10, whatever you want to do. Because when you're buying from some of these people, they automatically have a setup feedback for you, no matter what it is. And like when you order supplies, that's the first thing you're going to get. The minute you place an order, they give you a feedback. And like sometimes I'm looking at my feedback and say, well, I got so many at one day. Then I realize, oh, I just placed an order, and that's where all the feedbacks are coming from.
Yeah. Well, Helen, how did you get started?
Let's see. I watched the Crazy Lamp Lady.
Oh.
And I kind of related to her because that's kind of what I used to do. I'd go and I wouldn't resell, but and I learned a lot from my sister. My sister was amazing. Now this was years ago, she would buy stuff at yard sales and stuff, and she had a flea market and she'd flip it. But yeah, so I was watching the Crazy Lamp Lady, and then I started doing Poshmark and did pretty good with that, with clothes and stuff like that. But then COVID came, and I was like binge watching. I'd be binge watching all these channels, and it kind of saved me because it's like you couldn't do anything. You couldn't. And I just kind of fell in love. Like I've always loved vintage. And, so then it came to a time where my kids are grown. I kind of had the resources a little more to do something. And actually it was Julia from Perfecting Pearls. She's like, because I was mentioning I wanted to try it, and I'd be on Johnny's chat, and I'd be like, I kind of want to try it. And she's like, come on my show, which was nice, like was awesome. So I went on there, and I'm like, I really like this.
Oh.
So I couldn't really get on anybody's shows because, in all fairness, you're new there. You're not really tested. You're kind of, and people are really protective of their. So I just was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do my own channel. And I was still working. So I was like off every Wednesday. So, I was kind of someone mentioned about getting all their ducks in a row. And that's good to have a good, clear vision.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to kind of just do it, because
just do it.
Is there ever a perfect time to do anything?
Right.
So, and that's where I was at. I'm like, if I analyze this to death, or if I really think deep about it, I probably won't do it.
That's
true. Like, I went on StreamYard. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I had my first guest on, and she's like, well, do you know what you're doing? I'm like, not really, but come join me. And she did. And it turned out, and I ended up really enjoying it. And I enjoy the social aspect. I love to sell too. And I love to make money, but the idea that I find something that I think is fantastic, but I can't keep everything. Devin makes me say that 5 times a day. You can't keep everything.
My granddaughter said I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, there you go. So I have no problem letting it go to someone who's going to appreciate it. And even at a decent price. Like, I'm not crazy with as long as I make my profit I need to make.
Yeah.
Even if it's worth a lot more. Not that I don't want to get what it's worth, but you know what I mean? I feel like if they get it at a good deal and they appreciate it and I made my profit, I'm good.
Yeah.
So
I am the exact same way because, I mean, every one of us could have a fairy lamp right this second, right? Every one of us could have the same exact item. You know, if you go to another channel, it's going to go for higher. You know what you paid for that. Say you paid $1 for it and someone buys it for $10. I'm ecstatic.
right.
I got a deal. I'm passing on that deal to somebody else.
Right.
It's no different than if we go to a retail store. Where's the first place you go on? My cheap butt going to the clearance aisle.
I love
I'm gonna
clowns.
check. I'm gonna see what's there first,
Yep.
and then I'll move on. And
Right.
Yeah.
why not? Why not spread the love
Yeah.
and share those good deals? So it's not about, oh, your prices are too cheap. It's, hey, I got a dang good deal, and I want somebody else to get a good deal.
Right.
If they want to resell it, they can. You know, if they want to make a profit on it.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Leanne. Leanne, I'm a natural hot mess. That's what I am. But
I'll remember when Helen came to my channel for the first time, and like I tell everybody on the show, a lot of times I'll say like that magic word, the word I love to hear when I see somebody in the chat typing is, I haven't started a channel or I haven't did my first video yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to see, that word yet, and I will be there to support them in everywhere I can. Because when Helen started, she was the same way. I didn't do a video yet.
yeah.
But she would come on the show, you know, get to talk a little bit, and you got to make the people feel comfortable when you come on the
You
channel.
had me on as a guest.
Yeah.
He had me on for a whole, you were doing it for like a whole, just about a whole
The whole show.
show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's exciting.
And it's about making people feel comfortable.
That was
because
before you started
you
selling?
were there that first time for the first time too, so you want to make them feel comfortable as well. What you
Yeah.
saying, Kathy?
Well, no, I was going to say she came on your show before she started
Yes.
selling, right?
So
Yeah.
you hadn't even had a first video, had you?
No,
You
I
hadn't even
don't
posted a
think she
video
did.
yet.
No.
No.
I don't think you had. Well, I started out watching Miss Pam Blanchard,
Yeah.
D, and then after Pam's sale, she would send everybody over to Trisha. So I started watching Trisha, and I was like, I think I can do this. And what is weird is I don't even like having pictures taken of me, but I will sit here for 3 hours live in front of however many people on replays and stuff like that. But I don't know how to edit. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So if I'm stumbling over my words, I'm stumbling over my words.
I'm the same way, Jen.
Yeah.
Same exact way.
I mean, I feel like it's authentic, and I feel like you guys like that. So hopefully, anyway, I could be wrong. I hope y'all like that.
I tell everybody too, be
Hi,
yourself.
Sharon.
Don't be
Yes.
somebody you're not, because they will see it that you're
Yeah.
fake. So you got to be yourself and be natural about it.
Well,
Yeah.
I have one collection. I don't collect anything else except for Fenton Hobnail, white, period. That's it. And so I was like, well, if I'm going to go do a show, I need to go get some stuff. So I went to an antique mall. I spent damn near our mortgage going through there, trying to find. I think I still got some pieces in my inventory shelf. I think I still got some of them because I had no clue what I was doing. And I may have made $20, and I was just so happy about that $20 I could barely stand myself. I just thought I was a pro. But you get pickier, so I'm pickier now for the items that I choose.
You have to.
I do 100% vintage, and I like that. But we did have a question in the chat, and so this is for everybody, anybody that wants to answer. So Larry, who is awesome by the way, asked us, besides reselling, do each of you have any specific collections or hobbies?
The ladies can go first.
Okay.
I do. I do photography. I do crafts. I do like crochet. And oh darn it! Oh, sorry about that. I told her I was doing a show today.
Well, you're on with Jen Eads, you don't have time for that.
Yeah. So, and as far as collections, oh my gosh, my latest collection obsession is vintage or antique postcards. So that's one of them. I probably had 1,000 more, but that's one.
She likes creepy dolls that whisper too.
Oh,
like
I love
dolls.
dolls too. I love
She
creepy
does.
dolls.
Yeah.
All kinds of dolls. That's mine.
What about you, Helen?
Me? I really didn't start collecting things until basically recently, I mean, I was always a workaholic. Like I worked in healthcare and I was a single parent for years. So I would do doubles. I was like, it was about getting that paycheck and working and working. And then I started taking care of my sister. My mother passed away. I started taking care of my sister, and she had issues, health issues. And I kind of slowed down. My kids were grown, and I'm like, this isn't what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, I want to have fun. I want to have more control over my life, like my hours, and that's how I kind of eased into this. And then I noticed I like kitschy stuff. Like I love Christmas. I love the knee huggers because it reminds me of my childhood, I think. Like Miss Priss and all that stuff, though I'm getting rid of that. And I'm trying to like rotate collections. So what I'll do is I'll keep something for a little while. It'll make me happy. And then I'm like, oh, time to sell it.
I'm getting to that point too.
That's so nice.
So
nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Johnny?
Well, for me, after Katrina, when I lost everything, I really didn't start collecting again until closer to when I met Robert. And we've been together 12 years, and I started collecting things like jewelry, vintage jewelry. And then it was all types of Fenton, all the different Fenton collections. And then it was silver.
Oh,
and so I have been kind of dwindling down on not only collecting, but because I've enjoyed it for so long, now I am starting to move it and let others enjoy it. So if it's not going on any of my auctions that I do put them in my antique booth. I just got a second glass case booth so I can start putting the Fenton in there, because the booth I had, I wasn't comfortable putting those in because I had a lot of single or one-of-a-kind pieces of Fenton, anniversary pieces that you cannot find anywhere. And if it is, it's very few that were printed. So those go in my antique booth automatically. And so I've been trying to get those kind of like thinned out a little bit, because my goal is to be a minimalist by the age of 60, and I've only got 4 more years to go. So it's getting there. So it's slowly getting out and going to others to enjoy as well.
Nice.
I do enjoy quilts. I do a lot of sewing. Also do a lot of crocheting. I've learned all that from my grandma.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just got this quilt at a yard sale. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, that's the wedding.
Wedding ring, right?
Wedding ring. Yeah.
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 Love that. So Michelle is asking about Booty and Kathy's stint in the Slammer.
What about a prison time?
Talk about that, Helen. Who
All
was
right,
asking?
well, yeah, we did time in prison, and she was my protector, and she taught me how to shank people for my protection.
Y'all need to tell people that's a joke. They're going to think it's for real.
And we went to a fancy prison with Martha Stewart. But we still haven't met Snoop Dogg, so we're disappointed.
Hi, Dana.
You still haven't met Snoop Dogg. That's what you're disappointed about? Nothing.
Who
Right?
asked that question?
Huh?
Who asked that question?
Michelle.
Oh, Michelle. Yes, Michelle. Too funny.
Well, I have another question. What keeps or motivates you to keep doing the live sales? What's your motivation? What's your why?
I just love it. I love the interaction with everybody. I like on my sale, I like having a new person on every week, getting to know them better. And I love the people in the chats. And that's,
same
and then,
here.
Of course, and also because I'm buying things, and I try to buy things that I love. And then I like sharing them with other people, selling them, make a little bit of money. And, I can enjoy them for a short time. Like, okay, I had this, even if it's just for a short time, and then sell it. So, there's a lot of reasons, but I love it. I absolutely love it.
I remind Leanne of Snoop.
Oh,
what's that?
Helen. Yes, you and Snoop Dogg, Helen.
Yeah.
Twins.
It's a thing.
For me, I enjoy doing it for multiple reasons. One, I get a lot of people to be, I always have guests on my show when it comes to either the Wednesday or the Friday. And for me, the enjoyment I get out of it is having others get the experience to learn how to do the auctions, especially when they have never done it before and they want to try it. And so I try to teach them in the background what is the best way to do it and what to do. But then once they do move on to their own way, then they do grow, and I like that. And for me, bringing new things every time I come on, and I used to sell every show, but now I am basically dedicating the auctions to those who are wanting to come out and sell. So when somebody can't show up, that's when I do step in and sell, and that's what I get enjoyment of giving. Basically, I'm not saying giving it away, but I already know that I already get it for pretty cheap, and I say that because I do buy in bulk. And so I share that savings on to others, and then they get to make money on it if they can flip it themselves. So that's what I get out of it.
Right. And I'm just going to echo you guys because I do have a full-time job, right? Monday through Friday. I do it because it's fun. If it wasn't fun, I couldn't justify all the work that goes into doing this, because that's why I was telling them, I mean, I work harder at this than I do at my job, but my job pays mortgage and cars. And so there's that, but I love the community. Our community is so helpful. I have not come across anyone that is, if I have a question, they'll say, don't have time for me, or say no, or whatever. And especially Johnny, I've learned so much from you. I mean, I really have. I know I feel like I'm gushing all over you, but
the fun part about it is this morning when you came on my show.
Oh yeah,
you tricked you, Johnny.
I was like, oh, I can't wait for him to post his link. I'm jumping right. I brushed my hair and everything because I was having my coffee. In the mornings, I watch you while I'm drinking my coffee right before I start getting ready for work, and I'm like, oh no, he didn't. He thinks I just want him to come up in the chat. I'm like,
Jennifer. Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
Jen. Hi, Jen. Johnny,
Jennifer Hayes.
Jennifer.
She's another very supportive.
Very, very. And he's always posting everyone's link and stuff in Johnny's chat. Just the best.
Yeah. Did you read Joyce's comment?
Oh, I must have missed it. No, I didn't.
This is how it goes off the rails, because she says, Helen got her roach clip from Snoop. It's a brooch clip. Not a brooch, it's a brooch clip.
Yeah,
it's how I show my brooches.
For Helen. No.
Yeah. Okay, Helen. Sure it is.
Mike and Janine, hello.
Hello. Hi, Linda. Everybody's talking. Y'all do the bins, right? I know Johnny, Helen, you go to the bins, don't you?
I do. What?
Do you go to the bins?
Helen and I met up with Paul and them in Connecticut at the bins in Connecticut.
You did?
We did a meetup,
Oh,
we did.
Oh, cool.
January 8th. Yeah.
Do you do the bins, Kathy? You don't.
I've only been once. When I went to visit my sister in Washington, I went one time, and that's when I was selling clothes. I was on Poshmark, and I did buy some things there.
Okay. Yeah. So where do I mean, I don't know if you guys want to give up that information or not, but where do you mainly source? Where do you go to? Because like I don't collect right here. So I know I don't shop for a collection. So whenever I'm outsourcing, I'm specifically looking for the people over here in the chat and the people that show up for the shows. And if I think it's pretty, I buy it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a win. Sometimes you're like, okay, well, it was just pretty. It's not worth it.
One good thing about meetups, when you meet up with other people that are YouTubers that are on here is also doing auctions, and you do a meetup. When we were together, if I found something that I know Helen's, like we talked about at the beginning, I collect this, or I'm looking for this, and I do this. And then when we find it, we'll put it in our shopping cart, and then we bring it to them and say, would you be interested in that? Because we all were doing that when we were there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was nice.
And now, for example, Carol was looking at a couple of bags, purses, and she was asking me, how can you tell if these are real? And I was kind of helping her what to look for if those were real. Granted, they were not, but for her not to buy it, I had basically walked her through on what you got to look for. And that's what's good about being in a group, because somebody knows something different, and you can ask each other.
And you learn. And it's just fun.
Yeah.
We actually did that. We had a Fort Worth meetup. And there was several of us that met up. It was myself, Sabrina, Simon Says Let's Make a Deal, Tammy, Uprising Texas and her husband, Vintage Conversation, Randy, Mr. E.L. Page and stuff. And we all and Margot and her boyfriend Brad. But that's what we were doing too. If we saw something, hey, what do you think of this? And I loved that because I always go sourcing by myself.
Yeah.
This is not nowhere near my husband's thing. He will
It's the
not
same here.
He will not go into a thrift store.
Protecting Pearls. We met up with her when we went to our lake house. So we did a meet up there with her and her daughter. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
But and I loved that because I had somebody to bounce stuff off to. Hey, what do you guys think of that? And they'll be like, yeah, that's cool. And so I would get that. So I did love that part. So but I've never been to the bins. I mean, the bins kind of scare me only because I've seen videos of people like throwing hands and stuff at the bins.
I've done two bins videos already. The one in New Hampshire where we're going to be going if the weather's okay. We're looking at going this Sunday, and that's in New Hampshire. And then we went to the one in Connecticut, and they're totally different when it comes to the way they change the bins out. But they don't play at the one in Connecticut. If you put the bins even on the bin part of it, when they're waiting for the bins to be switched out, they will kick you out. They don't play. You put your hands in somebody else's shopping carts, you're out. They don't play. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Everyone's different. Yeah.
I've always wanted to try. I'm just because I like the idea of it where they just weigh things instead of you're pricing individual items. I love that idea of it, but I'm scared. John, do you ever do your chats on the weekend? Work commitment during the week?
I have to say, when I first started 2.5 years ago doing my show on the weekend, my goal was to work my way to the morning show. Now, I would love to do a weekend, but for me, Monday through Friday, I do all my shows, whether it's the morning show, Monday night bingo, Wednesday night hump day auction, and Friday TGIF sale. I try to keep the weekends open, but I have done, like when Robert's out of town, I have done like a pop-up, but I use that weekend time for me and Robert to spend time together when he's not working. So for me, I wish I would be able to do it, but a lot of times that's when we spend our time together. Rob and I have been together for 12 years, and on the same day, we got married 6 years later.
Nice.
Wow.
You do on this
for the weekend.
Yeah. I find like doing a static thing on a weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of works.
Again, Robert has been working a lot lately, but he may be going out of town again at the end of the month. So I may start doing some type of weekend show where it could be like maybe a question and answer kind of talk show.
Yeah.
Similar to what I do during the week, but just not as formal, but not as long.
Right. Because you're on for a couple of hours, right?
On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I try to be off by 10 o'clock because Susanna's Chronicle comes on at 10. Mm-hmm. So if I know somebody that's coming on at a certain time, I will try to end it, and we basically just have everybody go to her channel. Just like we do in the morning, it starts with Larry's show. Everybody goes to Victoria's, and then after Victoria, everybody comes to my show. And so we try to keep it going to where everybody has a place to go. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll just end it whenever. But there's no set times. I don't end it unless there's a show that's coming on.
I have chicken tenders. It'll be a few minutes.
So that's what
eat your chicken. Go eat
Oh,
your
did you hear it? I didn't mute myself.
No, it's fine. I mean, the goal was to keep this about an hour, right? So we're about 47 minutes in. Let's do one more question. And it is, if you had the chance, is there anything different you would do today than you did whenever you first started your YouTube channel? Anything different?
I would have started earlier. I would have started much earlier. I was so afraid that I kept putting it off. And by then it's so saturated, with everybody coming on, you know what I mean? I just wish I would have done it sooner because I was watching, when they first started, the beginning of the pandemic. And it probably took me almost a year, I think, to.
Really?
Yeah, it took me a long. I was doing the haul video. My haul videos and stuff. The pre-recorded videos, but to actually go on live, I was terrified. So it's
See,
been
I
I think
a
for me,
year.
it's the
It's
same
been
thing. I
it's
would
been
probably
1
do it.
year that I did it.
Yeah, I probably would have done it sooner too. Because for me, like I tell people now, just do it.
Yeah,
And
just do
someone
it.
told me the same thing, just do it.
Just think, what's the
And
worst thing that can happen?
exactly. Yeah.
It's nothing.
No.
It's great. The community is fabulous.
Yeah.
They're wonderful. They're welcoming. So just do it. Don't be afraid of anything. Just
And
be
that's why I tell
you.
everybody when you do it, just be natural.
Yeah.
Because there's so many channels out there that I used to watch that I don't anymore because they're not natural. They're not truthful. You can tell that they're fake in a sense.
Yeah.
And when you keep doing that, you forget what you want to do or you make it worse for yourself. And then people are going to really see the true person that you are. And for me, I wish I would have done it sooner. But for me, I didn't expect to be doing this. I didn't expect to be doing what I do now. And for me, obviously, I was glad I did it when I did, but I think it would have been better for me if I would have started sooner.
Yeah, me too.
But again, the nerves got the best of me.
See, I didn't even think about it. That's my problem, and that's the way I kind of do life.
And it works. It works for you.
I was watching the show. I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
Not even a week later, after I spit the mortgage at an antique mall.
I kept saying that in my head. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. But then I was just terrified of actually doing it.
No, because if I stop it, that's just like as all the shows that I do in a week, plus the working and everything else. If I actually, and I was just telling you guys that if I stop and slow down and think about it, I would be stressed. I don't think
Julia,
about it.
you're wrong for that, girl.
I was just like, oh, I just gotta come on. That's why Johnny doesn't watch me. Oh,
that's right.
Everybody's calling me out today.
Johnny's having a day. He got called out twice on his show. He getting called out on mine today.
It's all good. It's all good. But for me though, one of the things I have to say, and I want everybody to hear this because I want them to feel the same way. I enjoy looking forward to my shows in the morning.
Me too.
I don't feel like it's something I have to do. It is something that I enjoy doing.
That's important.
I look forward when I get my work done in the morning before my show. I am mentally ready to just go live.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the way you see me here is how you see me in person.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I don't edit. I don't edit any of my videos.
I do edit my videos, though, I have to say, because I say some stupid things sometimes. I mean, really dumb.
I'm going to tell you how I started editing. I would take and do small clips. I used to do the whole video and then have to sit there and do it. It was too much work for me.
Oh, that's a lot.
What I would do is I would do them in small clips. And I would say something stupid at the beginning when I say stupid, so I know where to cut it. And at the end of that little clip, that way when I do the front and the back, I'm done. I don't have to edit anything in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I just do that for every clip. And by the time I'm done, I have a video.
But I find out now, in the beginning, I was editing like crazy.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you know what? I can do it all in one shot. And there might be a couple of things I might, like I'll say something wrong. And I just like to put it underneath and, the writing.
Right. A correct thing.
Yeah. I like a beginning and an ending. So other than that, it's pretty much, that's it.
Yeah.
And
after you get comfortable doing it, you get to know when you need to, where you need to edit. For me, I'll do something like a slap on my hand on my desk, or I'll say something really high or laugh loud. That way I know that's where I got to cut it because I know I messed up. Or I'll just stop it, take two, and start all over.
Right. Yeah. Do you edit? Helen?
A little bit. I do a little bit. Like I'll put text in. But I've gotten pretty good about like getting through, especially like an unboxing or whatever. I'll do pretty good. But we did
easier. The more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more natural you are.
At the end of the year, actually, Devin did it for me. We put a blooper reel together, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I saw that.
But you know what? I think too, like as far as what I would have done different, I don't know. I don't think I would have been ready to do this earlier. I think for me, it happened at the right time, even though. And I'm just, I just follow, I try to be myself, and that involves humor. I laugh at myself all the time.
Yep.
But it's funny. I do silly, funny things. I think silly, funny things, and that's kind of how I relate to people. That's kind of how I've survived all my life.
Well, you're authentic. You're your authentic self, and that's what comes out because it's got to.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's got to. That's one of the reasons. Well, one reason why I don't edit is because I don't know how, and I don't really want to learn. To be honest, number two, I can sit down and do a video in 10 minutes and be done, right? And then go ahead and get that uploaded, so that way I have content going out at least 3 to 4 times a week, which is my goal. But I mean, I've had a whole video where I was holding up something. It was like an animal. I think it was an elephant. I kept calling it a penguin or something, you know, but oh well.
See, I do that.
It was what it is.
That's what I edit out.
See, y'all know, they know, look, my people over here, my people know. They're like, oh,
yeah. I think too.
Oh my God.
There's another thing
going on. I need to go back and start doing a lot of how-to videos. And so those are like step by step. So yeah, those are a little bit more intense.
I almost had my beverage on camera.
No. Oh no. Well, does anyone have any questions for us? We've got about 5 more minutes left before Johnny turns into a pumpkin.
It's not 12 o'clock yet.
I just want to say something too, to if you really want to do this, and I have to follow my own advice because I do want to start doing eBay. So I need to listen to, but just to kind of do it and listen to people to a certain extent that, you know, how to do it, but then kind of forge your own way. And I've had people tell me that I don't take it serious enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That in a nice way. It's not there. Nobody's being mean to me. Nobody's being, you know, and I have some people that you know, I've asked on the channel, they don't want to be on the channel, and that's okay too, because I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
Well,
and that's okay. And but you have to be confident and okay with that. And and my thing is and just be my biggest thing is I believe what you put out, you get back.
Yeah.
So I try to be kind to everybody. I try to, you know, and that's the problem too. Like sometimes you joke and you know, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and I never would want to do that. So, but that's it. Just press forward and do it, and you learn from your mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made some shipping mistakes.
But you're going to learn from those mistakes.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like I say in the morning show all the time too, everybody has their own way of doing something, but whatever you take from each person and implement that into your business lifestyle or what you need to do for yourself, then you can tweak it, because then you say, okay, this will work for me, but this doesn't.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, you will find things that work better for you. Like I always say, I always tell this to myself too. I want to work smarter, not harder. And so I tell everybody else the same thing. So say, for example, each one of us give a different thing of how we do something, and it's the same thing, but we may do it differently. Then you can take what you hear from each one of us and see what works best for them.
Right.
Right.
You know? And like when I talked about the time blocking, because a lot of people had a problem with maybe listing or drafting or whatever. And if you take that time block, then you can start seeing what works for you. Maybe start every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, whatever. But then you can see what works best for you.
But see, that advice helped me, Johnny, because I think I'm a little ADD. I think I'm a little all over the place sometimes. So, but it really helped. And I don't know why it didn't dawn on me to do that.
Yeah. And I believe it or not, I am very organized, but I had to do that at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was hopping all over the place. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this.
You start one thing, then you go to another.
I'm all over the place.
I got to go up and do that. And so
then
you start saying, okay, what do I need in order to get this to work smoother for myself? So I had to start saying, okay, let me take care of this first, because this takes the least time. Then I know that's knocked out. For me, I have to, every morning when I'm having that first cup of coffee, answer emails. Answer any messages I may have on Facebook or Instagram. And then I go to my eBay. Then I see if I have any messages or anything that has to be done there. Then I go to all my other platforms, and I do that before I either list pictures or whatever. Those are my steps in the morning that it took me a while to get to that step, but I found that if I did it in those steps, then I was able to accomplish more in a day.
Yeah.
In small, tiny, and it's easier in bite-sized pieces.
Yeah. Right? I tell everybody, you cannot eat a whole pizza in one bite. You have to take it one bite at a time.
Right. Absolutely.
And I think.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Helen.
No, one more thing I want to say is I think it's with anything in life. I found what worked for me, because especially coming up to the pandemic, I had a lot of loss. I lost my siblings, I've lost my parents, and I think I was kind of depressed and I think what's made me realize is just gratitude. I would find one thing in the day. I woke up. I'm grateful.
Right.
Like that for me, that has been the key. I don't think I ever would have, if I didn't get that myself in that frame of mind, I don't think I ever would have done this.
Yeah.
So that's just a little.
And if there's anyone in the chat that is thinking about doing this, that is interested, that is like, maybe one day I'll do that, just do it. Some days, you only get so many days on this planet.
And surround yourself
right.
with good people too. Like,
yes.
And don't be afraid to reach. Like, Caroline reached out to me, and I'm like, I just got that connection with her. Like, she's a good kid. I really like her. And now she helps me. Like, she's like, how Nikki helps you with the schedule and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Caroline's like that. She's like, what can I do to help you? It's awesome. Devin and Johnny and you guys, our group that we kind of throw ideas off of. And, it's a whole
important when you do these type of shows. If you can work together, and if people in the chat are asking questions, those are the ones that are here to support you. So we need to be here to support them as well.
Yeah,
and so that's why I use that platform in the morning to help anyone I can. And then again, if I can't, or I don't have the answer, or something I don't know, I will definitely either one, research it to find it, or someone in the chat does know that answer from someone who's either done it before or know what they're asking.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's because I know several of the people in the chat. I know that they're like, hey, I want to do this, but just don't think about it. Just do it. Like perfect example, this show tonight. I'm like, if nobody shows up, it's going to be a fail. Nobody's going to come. Nobody's going to ask us questions. But look at us. We had
and I used to think that too. Like before every live sale, like when I say what's the worst that could happen, the worst that could probably happen is nobody would show up, and then so what? So what?
And then you know what? We have the panel. We have each other if no one shows up.
That was my biggest fear. What if nobody shows up and I'm just sitting here talking to myself? But usually somebody comes, even if it's one or two people.
My first few shows, not many showed up. I mean, it would be done in like a half hour because I'd be like, and this is my way of selling things. I'd be like, look, I have this. It's a kangaroo. It's tiny. It's number 5 for 10. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's been a learning process too.
And one of the things too, I tell a lot of people when you first start off, don't get discouraged, because all of us in this community and anywhere on YouTube has started from ground zero. But the more you do it and you get consistent at what you're doing, you will not only have people come and watch you, they will share, because the worst thing you want is word of mouth advertisement. And that's the same thing with YouTube. If you present yourself and people like what they see, they will spread the word and they will come and watch your channel. And then, of course, they will share that with someone else. And that's how that gets you to where you are in that time frame when you go on. I was the same way when I did my first lives. I was like, oh, God, nobody's here. What am I going to do? So I just went on, just started talking, didn't care. And then the more I did it, the more they would come. I started on a Saturday at 5 o'clock with Larry, LL Stash. We went to the Monday through Friday on the weekdays. And then I moved myself, just like I call it a news channel. You know how when they first start off, they're always out in the field. Then they work their way to the desk into the morning show. That's basically what I did. And I kept doing it and constantly making sure you're consistent and they will follow you. But you got to be genuine. You got to be honest with yourself and them.
And Leanne, you just need to do it.
You've got to get out of your head. Get out of your own head.
Yeah, that's it right there.
This community is so helpful. They are so caring. People will show up. People will show up for you. It's that we embrace each other and help each other, and that is awesome. That's actually what I love and the most about this community. And after you get out of your own head, don't be afraid of a no. Yeah, I've gotten no's whenever I've asked, hey, you want to do a show with me? It's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Move on to
Yeah.
the next. I don't have
Yeah.
problems with
That's
no's. I
right.
just move on to the next.
Right.
But the thing is to keep going.
Yeah.
Keep
That's
going,
right.
keep
Don't
going.
give up.
Don't let a no keep you from doing something that you genuinely want to do.
I
Yeah.
think I'm a little nervous about like getting too like with the shipping. No, it's because I'm still learning. So
Oh,
I don't want to overextend myself is what I'm trying not to do
Oh,
yeah, I'm that way
for
too.
me because I don't and I put out there my expectations are like it's going to take me a week to invoice and ship.
Yeah.
But I tell people that up front.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get it
you
done
have a job
sooner.
and you work, but you're being honest with the people.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
that's it. And then I feel that takes some of the pressure off.
It does.
But I've gotten quicker. It's gotten better. So yeah.
Yeah, because some people will flat out tell you they only invoice once a week.
Yeah.
But they look at it this way: you're giving them the opportunity, if you do multiple auctions in a week, to build up that box or that package to where they can save on shipping. So
Right.
they're looking at it
Yeah.
in a positive
Yeah.
way.
That too.
I wanna
Trisha's
say thank
another
you
one.
for being honest.
She'll have new people on her channel, different people.
And Trisha is amazing.
She'll teach.
She never says no to me.
Yeah.
She's never said no whenever I've asked. But and there are resellers that are like that because everyone starts at zero.
Yeah.
See, I'm afraid to ask people. I've always been afraid to ask
Why?
people.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't want anybody to say no to me.
Well, they're gonna though. Some people are gonna.
Absolutely. Because
Maybe not you, Picasso Cat. They'll
What?
probably say yes to you.
but there's
You
some
can say
sellers, and I'm just throwing this out there. There are some sellers that the numbers matter.
Yeah.
If your channel is under a certain number, that's not going to benefit them at all.
Yeah.
You know, so you need the people that will give you a chance. You need the Trishas of the world, right? You need
And not only that, though, I have to say, sorry, for the smaller channels, when you find stuff and you go to the smaller channels, you're gonna get a deal. Like, not that
That's
we give
true.
stuff away, but it's reasonable. It's like
It is.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
and I think even Misty said that. She goes, you should be going to these smaller channels because you're gonna get good prices.
Right.
I want to say thank you for the comment from All in the Attic Treasures.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Joyce is asking, do you find most of your buyers are resellers?
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I don't
You
think
haven't
most
accepted
of them
yet,
are.
Marianne. I'm still waiting.
Oh,
I say
Marianne
100%
called
yes
you
to
out.
me.
That's right, Marianne. I'm still waiting.
Johnny,
And
do you
same
find
with
most of your
Leanne. I've been
buyers
married
are
with Leanne
resellers?
too. What's
I have
that?
to say yeah.
Joyce is asking, do you find most of your buyers are resellers? Johnny says yes. Do you
Oh,
guys?
really?
I don't think mine are.
so. I don't think mine are.
But,
Well, some are, and then some become resellers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but if they can come to our channels, get a good deal where it's enough room to resell that item, why not? Why not? They're helping us and we're helping them. So it's
Marianne, don't be
it
scared.
doesn't bother.
Yeah, if we're still
don't
we're
be
still
scared,
making a
girl.
profit, And I get things for dirt cheap at yard sales.
Well, you know what? Be
I can
scared
do
and
it
do it
for-
anyways. That's what I did. I was a little scared when I
No,
did it.
are you
Okay,
kidding
Leanne,
I
I'm
did
gonna
it
send you
anyways.
an invite. I'm gonna send you a date.
Are you kidding me? I am 48 years old. I have rosacea. I have gray hair. I don't care. Y'all love me.
That's
Y'all
why
love
we
me.
love you, no matter
Just
what.
do it. Just
Joyce,
do
you
it.
have awesome stuff. She showed me pictures of her miniatures.
Joyce, I know.
Love.
Love it. But we are at an hour, guys. So
Yeah, my husband's getting hungry, so I have to go.
Patty,
So real quick, I'll put in our private chat because I can't drop links in the chat. I did drop my link tree in the chat, in the private chat. If you drop that in the chat for me,
doing that right
because,
now.
because on my channel, for anyone who has never done an auction and who is looking to get into it to get your feet wet, you're more than welcome to reach out to me on my social media link. My link tree has all the links you can reach out to me. I do guest every Friday on our every other Friday TGIF show, and I do a guest every Wednesday show. And I am always I am right now booked until April, the last week of April, but you never know when somebody cancels. And if I have somebody who wants to come on, you're more than welcome to reach out to me because it is first come, first serve. And when I give you the dates and I give you, even if it's a month or two away, because right now I'm going to book up for May. So if you want to be part of it, reach out to me and I'll be glad to work with you, because I have worked with several people before the show. When they have questions, they'll write them down, and then we'll get after the morning show and they'll sit there and ask me the questions and I'll walk them through it.
Right.
So that's one of the things with me. I love helping those who want to learn.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're wonderful, Johnny.
Thank you, Helen.
Well, this is the first time that we've done a ask your favorite reseller. So if you guys like this, I think it was fun. But if you guys in the chat liked it and you would like to see it again, I'm thinking about doing this once a month. So just let me know. Let me know.
It's a great idea.
This is great. This is a lot of fun, Jen. I'm glad you thought of it.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. To my guests. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Johnny, I love you, dude. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, everyone in the chat. I hope you have a great evening. And
anyone I missed, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
We said hi. I hope you have a great evening, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.